Matthew's message, December 14, 2014. With loving greetings from all souls at this station, this is Matthew. During this season of sacred and social celebrations, Earth is aglow with countless sparkles as those who have much are sharing generously with those who have little. Some of you have written that you feel guilty about enjoying parties and other entertainment because so many people don't have even basic needs. Beloved family, be joyful, be excited and grateful for happy times with family and friends. This is how life on Earth is meant to be, and the soaring vibrations of those light-filled feelings are broadening the highway to a better world for all peoples. Traditionally, the year's waning days is a time to reflect upon one's accomplishments during the preceding months. For light workers, this includes growth in mind and spirit, and how admirably you have grown. You may think this is despite serious challenges, but it is because of them. When you encountered obstacles or setbacks, you summoned your inner strength and kept going. When one door closed, you looked for another to open. Through your determination to keep moving forward, you kept growing in wisdom, courage and spirit. We know you become world-weary at times, and it is difficult to see beyond the karmic drama that is fast playing itself out. We have been on this very same stage, serving the light in the trenches where you are, so we know that to you, progress doesn't seem anywhere close to fast. How we wish you could see your world from our vantage point. You're moving at the speed of light and the amount you are radiating is a sight to behold. The other side of your annual tradition is looking forward and making resolutions for the new year. For many light workers, this includes gaining more insight into universal truths, and knowing the difference between illusion and reality is a significant aspect of spiritual and conscious advancement. We thank the reader who quoted from one of our messages, to look beyond the illusion, to open your minds and hearts to the reality of who you are. This is what Ascension is all about. Please ask Matthew to explain what is illusion and what is reality. Some years ago I answered a similar question and asked my mother to please locate that. Excerpt from May 23, 2005 message. What does Matthew mean when he says, we are living in an illusion? Does each person have his or her own reality, or do we all share one reality? By definition, an illusion is deceptive, something perceived as real but without basis in reality. The illusion of third density is that there is this one life on Earth, then you die and afterwards, according to many, there's a nebulous place that's either a blessed or a hellfire and brimstone afterlife where you stay forevermore. The reality is that this is but one of many hundreds or many thousands of experiences of a soul that is living in many different forms and locations simultaneously in the universe. The illusion is that you are your body, your personality, your characteristics, your feelings, your achievements, and incidentally, you have a soul that goes God only knows where when you die. The reality is that you are the soul, a part of God, inseparable from Him and all other souls in this universe. You are having the physical experience that you chose to balance other lifetimes, and you are an eternal being. The illusion is, according to one's religious affiliation, that the supreme being of this universe is correctly portrayed only by your religion, and His laws as interpreted by your religion are absolute. The reality is that the supreme being of this universe is subordinate to Creator, the supreme being of the cosmos. He is an amalgamation of all souls, all life forms, throughout this universe, and He knows every thought and feels every feeling of every life form. He cannot interfere with Creator's law of free will when souls veer from their pre-birth agreements, so it is not His will be done. Although we commonly say He, God, or the Source by your name selection, is the epitome of androgyny, the perfectly balanced male and female energies. He didn't devise religions, a few of His misguided God self parts did. The illusion is that evil is the opposite of godliness. The reality is that darkness is the absence of light, the absence of love and spiritual clarity. The illusion is that Earth is a small, solid planet whose residents are the only verifiable intelligent life in the universe. The reality is that Earth is a soul with a planetary body that is home to beings within, on, and above her, and her surface residents for the most part are far less advanced spiritually, intellectually, and technologically than many other civilizations. Yes, each soul has his or her own illusion as it pertains to self, every facet of the lifetime, planet Earth, and the source of all, but ultimately all will share the same universal reality. Thank you, Mother. Many who know they are light workers have made exemplary headway in dealing with 3D situations simultaneously with advancing toward 4D's expanded horizon, so that passage isn't a revelation but rather a confirmation of your progress. The far greater numbers who are serving the light without realizing it have no idea that they are playing their chosen roles in an elaborate saga of light triumphing over darkness. In time they too will see how third density's illusions are unfolding into universal reality. Another way to think of reality is universe, speaking with one voice, the voice of your multidimensional selves in the oneness of all. Before addressing recent events as requested, we want to say a word about mainstream media. Illuminati tentacles are losing their grip on it, but still have enough hold to ensure that it features terrorism, protests, aggression, and other happenings that evoke negative reactions. Also, some information is distorted by omissions and some is outright falsehood. We aren't suggesting that you ignore media reports, but please be discerning about the news, and don't be drawn into its dramatic presentation. Now then, in summary, will the outcry in the United States about the deaths of African American males due to excessive police tactics result in reforms and end racial discrimination in this country? Are soul contracts involved in these incidents? Reforms will come sooner than the end of racist feelings, which are instilled by one generation into the next. This venomous chain of orientation will be broken by youngsters who resist or overcome it. Yes, everyone involved in the incidents volunteered at soul level to play their respective roles, as many others have before them, to keep a global spotlight on the cruel injustices of racism and all other prejudices not only in that country, but wherever they are factors of life. Eventually these aspects of your civilization will exist only as sad chapters in your historical records. In issues where divisiveness in perceptions and attitudes runs deep, discussions to bridge the extremes will zigzag until there is such a profusion of light on the planet that cooperation comes naturally to the negotiators on both sides. All countries in the Mideast, several in Africa, North Korea, Ukraine, Chechnya, and Hong Kong, are most often mentioned, and citizens elsewhere also have asked when they will see beneficial changes in their countries. If we knew when unrest anywhere will end, it would be our joy to tell you. In previous messages we have explained why it isn't possible for us to know. What we can tell you with complete assurance is, every kind of oppressiveness and corruption in your world will cease incrementally. In the meantime, a multitude of souls are experiencing what they chose to complete karmic lessons and evolve into fourth density spiritually and consciously. Do you approve of releasing the CIA report about torturing detainees after 9/11? Souls at the station neither approve nor disapprove of any decisions made on Earth, but in our awareness of what is developing, we say that releasing the report was essential. Although word about the harsh interrogation techniques came out some time ago, officially acknowledging what took place is a step toward the truth about 9/11, and that exposure will be a catalyst for bringing to light other major deceptions and betrayals long hidden from public knowledge. As for abusive behavior by some celebrity figures, all individuals agreed at soul level to participate in the various situations for two reasons: to further publicize the pain and anguish of all persons subjected to those kinds of treatment, and to show the folly of elevating popular sports figures and entertainers to idol status. The larger importance that will emerge is recognizing that every person in your society has equal value in the family of souls, and a byproduct, so to say, will be sufficient remuneration for workers in all fields of endeavor so everyone can share in Earth's abundance. In short, everything happening in your world is purposeful. Knowing that every volatile, disappointing, or highly charged issue is a step towards peace, fairness, and justness, lets you view all situations and individuals without judgment or condemnation. Indeed, a great deal more is needed to materialize the fullness of the Golden Age, and it is coming. The change that starts within each person is creating the groundswell of love that is transforming your world, and behind-the-scene efforts in this respect will start blooming unmistakably. We have spoken before about the importance of music, and this season offers majestic compositions, carols, and light-hearted popular songs that uplift the spirit. The lyrics of some carols don't depict the truth of Jesus' birth, but they express the reverence due this exalted soul. The powerful love essence of all messengers God has sent to enlighten His children on earth is within and around you in every moment. Sing and live the exuberance of joy to the world, our dear brothers and sisters, and enter your new year with that glorious spirit. Love and peace. Channeled by Suzanne Ward. www.matthewbooks.com